Today we're checking out Minsc and Boo in Oathbreaker and seeing what kind of signature spell might pair best with them. For 4 mana, they start at 3 loyalty. When Minsc and Boo Timeless Heroes enters the battlefield and at the beginning of your upkeep, you may create Boo, a legendary 1/1 red hamster creature token with trample and haste. +1, put 3 +1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature with trample or haste. -2, sacrifice a creature. When you do, Minsc and Boo Timeless Heroes deals X damage to any target, where X is that creature's power. If the sacrificed creature was a hamster, draw X cards. Also, Minsc and Boo Timeless Heroes can be your commander. And yeah, this video is about Oathbreaker, but I do think it's cool that you could make an EDH deck out of this and turn it into an Oathbreaker deck at will if you want to. Okay, now let's talk signature spell options. And usually when I'm researching for these videos, 1 card comes out as the most popular option that people are using. But this time, 3 kind of tied for first. The first of which was Invigorating Surge, an instant for 3 mana, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then double the number of +1/+1 counters on that creature. And if Minsc has already given Boo 3 +1/+1 counters with his ability, then Boo's gonna be a 9/9 by the end of this. That's pretty powerful. And of course, subsequent castings are just gonna make him bigger and bigger. Very cool. Most popular choice number 2 is Berserk, an instant for 1 green mana. Cast Berserk only before the combat damage step. Target creature gains trample and gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is its power. At the beginning of the next end step, destroy that creature if it attacked this turn. As a side note, I thought this was a reserve list card. No, I guess not. Anyways, the game plan here would be to make Boo a 4/4 with that +1 ability. And the next turn we can cast Berserk and attack as an 8/4. And before the downside of Berserk kicks in at end of turn, we sacrifice Boo to Minsc and Boo Timeless Heroes with that -2 for benefit. I also love that because Berserk is only 1 mana, it's super recastable second time. It's still very good at 3 mana. And the third number 1 most popular pick is Invigorate, an instant for 3 mana. If you control a forest, rather than pay this spell's mana cost, you may have an opponent gain 3 life. Target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. I absolutely love signature spells that you can cast for 0 mana. This one might not be the most powerful in the world, but it's really good in this deck. You're kind of getting double duty out of Boo when you cast Invigorate on Boo and attack, and then later in the turn, -2 to sacrifice him and deal a bunch of damage and draw a bunch of cards. We've got a few other decent options too. Giant Growth showed up a surprising amount considering how basic the card is, and the reason is it's thematic. I'm pretty sure that is a hamster in the art. All the decks using Giant Growth were using this art. Not a coincidence. Unleash Fury is like a budget Berserk. If you don't have 20 bucks to spend on Berserk, you can buy this for 20 cents instead, and it does a reasonable impersonation of it. Or Exponential Growth for X green until end of turn, double target creature's power X times. Being a sorcery instead of an instant does hold it back a bit though. Thud and Fling both say as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature. It deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature's power to any target. Of them, Fling is really the most popular choice here because it's an instant, and that's probably worth the extra mana. And if you want to get really fancy, Throw Teammate is a reskinned version of Fling. That's pretty funny. I think it was a Secret Lair one. And Chandra's Ignition, a sorcery for 5. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each other creature and each opponent. This one doesn't sacrifice like Fling and Thud, so you could still sacrifice it to Minsc and Boo Timeless Heroes if you want to. This one was in almost no decks, but I think it's severely underrated. This seems really good for a Minsc and Boo as a signature spell. If you enjoyed this video, I think you might enjoy one of these 3 other Oathbreaker ideas videos. And subscribe for weekly Oathbreaker content. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.